The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
What we should do is have a guest episode where one of us, any of us really, we do a different voice to pretend to be a sponsor, to be a guest or a sponsor.
Or we could just actually bring a guest on.
We could, but also it'd be really funny if everyone thought we brought a guest on, but it's just the three of us.
Hello everyone, welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your DM, your PM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here, the winner of the Outstanding Student Award for 4 years running.
It's me, Mansour, and I've got someone with me here who was nominated for Least Progress Student Award for 7 years running.
I don't know if I want to acknowledge that. It's me, Mohammed, and that hits different because the other two people on this podcast are actually, somewhat academically competent, at least grade-wise.
Oh, don't say that.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Those C's get degrees, my guy.
They do.
Hey, shout out to
4-0,
the
but
letter
4-0.
C.
This episode is sponsored by the letter C and Sesame Street.
Alright, how you guys doing?
I'm doing great. I'm also in jail, maybe soon.
You're not in jail, you're in your room.
Soon I'll be in jail.
You, personally, what have you done?
I
Oh,
guess
gosh.
I stole something.
Dude, why are you stealing something? You
Don't
should be
ask me.
staying at home.
Okay, let's keep going with the story.
I don't know what you're talking about. What is this stealing thing? Huh? Question mark? Confusion face?
Do you want
Etc.?
me to recap last episode? Is that what you want?
What?
Do we have to
That's a
spell
thing on this-
everything out for you?
So last episode, we were leaving Shady Grove, and we decided to go to Thunder Tree City, where we would link up with Sir Crit's brother-in-law, who apparently is named Captain, and is the captain of a ship that is going to Briny Breeze Island. So we were like, cool, that's where we're gonna meet him, and that's how we're gonna get there. We go to Thunder Tree City, and both of us reconnect with our families for a little bit. I found out that I got an allowance just chilling in the bank, so made a little bit of a withdrawal there. And then I went to, when we got on the boat, we mingled with a couple of folks on the boat, some of whom are famous, and then I go to bed that night, and also I guess it's also thunderstorming, and then I go to bed that night, and a Magneton knocks on both of our doors, searches my room with a warrant, and then finds a bag filled with random items and says I'm under arrest for theft. And I'm just confused because Ralph is eccentric and Ralph is out there, but he's not a criminal.
Maybe. What?
Yep, if there's anything you want to add, Mohammed?
No, I think you got the recap right. I do want to call out one detail that I kind of noticed here that is kind of interesting. So I'm 90% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the old captain guy from the Gen 3 games that will take you between the area near Petalburg City, Slateport City, and Dewford Town, whatever the fighting gym's town is. He has a Wingull that I'm pretty sure is named Briny.
The Wingull's name is Pico.
Pico. Is it Captain Briny? Briny is...
It's Mr. Briny is his name. Yeah.
Mr. Briny is his name. Yeah, and now we're going to Briny Breeze Island.
Crazy.
Which is...
It's almost like these names are made up from Pokemon games.
Well, but the thing is, I remember suggesting the name, we were workshopping the names of these places, and like we settled on Briny Breeze Island. But when I was saying it, I didn't even make the connection.
Oh, really? Yeah. So that was the case. Yeah. The captain's name is Mr. Briny, and you just made that up because apparently you're a godlike. You've been playing too much Hoenn. That's what it means.
I haven't played a Gen 3 game in forever. That's the best part. It's just those are like the Pokemon games that I've spent the most time with. And by the most time with, I mean Emerald is one of 2 Pokemon games I've actually like completed.
Oh wow, that's not a lot.
Well, I've completed Emerald and I've completed Pearl. I don't remember which one I'm pretty sure I completed Emerald first. Because I probably completed it before I had a DS. And then I completed Pearl. And I've played most of Black 2. And that's it. I've downloaded and played through the starts of like Fire Red and Crystal or Sapphire, but like I've never actually finished either of those games.
That's actually interesting how you started so many different games and not finished all of them.
Yeah, no, because the way I play, I typically run into a wall where a bunch of my Pokemon are under leveled, and I can't be asked to like actually grind. Because also like when I play, I don't pay attention to like EVs or IVs or anything, right? Like I'm just like casually playing,
Right.
And I'm just like I can't be bothered to actually put in the effort. Why? I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. I also want to point out, because I actually didn't officially say it until just now. Magnezone is the Pokemon. I think Mansour said like Magnedon or something along those lines. I don't know what that is.
He might have, well, Magneton, because he doesn't know how to pronounce Pokemon names.
Yeah. So Magnezone is the Pokemon that came in as the guy with the warrant and stuff like that. Which I'm so happy that you guys are like, wait, it's signed by a judge, huh?
Well, this was all Ralph. Kyle was just watching all this go down, like, kind of confused. Kyle's just like, wait, what? What?
Right. Cool. Okay, so we're about to just dive on then. Unless you guys have anything you want to add.
No, I'm good.
Nah, neat.
All right, cool. So let us dive on in. And where we last left off, Ralph is about to be arrested.
Yep. I say so. This Magneton, I assume, is going to try to.
First off, it's not
it's a
Magneton, it's Magneton, and second off, it's not a Magneton, it's a Magnezone.
Sorry, Magnezone. This Magnezone is trying to take me away. Can I? Like, wait.
Can we pause? Can we pause real quick? I sent you the chart with the Mon on it.
Yeah, with all the Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah. Dude, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Magnezone, and apparently his name is North, but Ralph doesn't know that.
Well, hold on. All that's happened so far, where we left off, Ralph has just been told he's under arrest. That's it. It's not like you're being dragged away kicking and screaming right now.
Not yet. So I'm gonna say, now hold on a minute. I have never seen that bag in my life, so I don't know what is going on. It's not me.
Kyle is like looking from over the Magnezone's shoulder at Ralph, and
Magnezone is a lot taller. Sorry to interrupt. Magnezone is a lot taller than you are in particular. Magnezone's like 3'11". You're 1'7", give or take.
This is true. But also, like, is Magnezone's height because it floats, or like is the body of Magnezone?
No, I think it's actually like 3 feet, and then on top of that, it's floating another like 2 feet in the air or whatever. So.
All right. Well, Kyle's just looking from underneath the Magnezone because it's just a direct line of sight, just looking at Ralph, the only way to describe this look is Medusa. Like, Kyle just wants Ralph to freeze right now. Shut up.
But I don't. I see this, and I'm just getting even more flustered. Like, I've never seen this. I'm innocent.
The look intensifies, and like Kyle at this point is like motioning to just like zip it, like shush.
Okay, both of you make a perception check.
2,
3.
Oh, the bad rolls are back.
Okay, yeah. So you're just awake with a fear in your eyes, I suppose, as Magnezone goes. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to put you under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. However, unfortunately, due to us currently being over the seas.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
how is this arrest gonna work if I'm on a boat? Is there boat jail?
Lock him in the brig.
You will be. Now here's the interesting thing. So we have a judge on board. We also have a prosecutor on board. You will need to find a defense lawyer of your choice, and then after that, go through trial on board.
Lock him in the brig.
Okay. I'm only 10 years old, and I've never had a court case before.
Is there anybody that will vouch in favor of you as your defense attorney?
I look at Kyle. Buddy, you wanna defend me in court?
Kyle just kind of like gets the Magnezone's attention. Don't know whether he like taps the Magnezone or like steps in between the Magnezone and Ralph, and just like takes out his badge and says, Ralph is my guild partner. We're currently heading over to join our new guild. I'm pretty sure I've been watching him. I'm pretty sure he didn't steal this bag.
Okay, here's how we will do it based on sea time rules. You will have the following 2 days to collect evidence in favor of your client, and then afterwards, on the day we arrive at Briny Breeze Island, we will then have a court case. The judge will preside and determine who is guilty and who is not.
So am I free to go in those 2 days? Can I walk around, or am I gonna go to boat jail?
Under those 2 days, you will be under my supervision. You will not be able to go anywhere without me being visible.
So not boat jail.
You are under quote-unquote house arrest, end quote.
But the house is the boat, so I can just do whatever I want, but you have to be there with me.
Magnezone glares at you with its one eye.
It's a serious question. Can I leave my room? Can I like hang out with other people? Like, what do you? I want to know what the terms of my quote-unquote house arrest are.
If we see you doing another criminal action over the next few days, you will be put in the brig.
Okay.
Lock him in the brig.
Bold of you to assume that I had a singular criminal action to begin with, but whatever. Fine. All right.
We found you with a bag of stolen items from everybody in the ship.
I've only talked to 3-4 people.
He opens the bag and starts pulling out things. A gavel from the judge, a microphone from the singers, a travel guide from the explorer, pension papers from the retiree. How could you? That is terrible. He is a poor innocent man. He's trying to retire on Briny Breeze Island, and you're sitting here acting like a fool.
Excuse me, sir. Can I please, if I'm gonna defend this buffoon, can I get some more details on can I get your report on the crime and what happened, and some more details on this, please? Seeing as you're the officer.
Magnezone pulls out a piece of paper. According to the police report, there was a break-in on multiple rooms throughout the boat, and people were reporting items being stolen. Many of the rooms were lock-picked into. However, there are at least one room that has a broken door due to brute force. Reports have said that they have stolen many items.
Well,
are there any additional questions?
How many of the rooms were hit? Which rooms were forcibly entered?
So I'm gonna go by room numbers. So make sure you have that chart with you.
Ah, that's what the last column is. Room numbers. Ah, okay.
Oh, I don't think I put the titles on there. Yeah, it's room numbers, name, and the actual Pokemon.
Nice.
So it seems that all of the room numbers, with the exception of the 300s, were hit in some way, shape, or form, with a few exceptions.
Okay. Well, which rooms were, you know, forcibly entered versus just simply being lockpicked?
Uh, we have found through our investigations that room 202 was forcibly entered, and this is the one with Plank the Girder.
Mm-hmm.
We also found that not forcibly entered, but blockaded was the 000 rooms. They were unable to get out until this morning when we found them stuck through to a block in front of their door.
When did this happen? Are there any did anyone kind of see or hear anyone on the ship kind of see or hear what was happening? Does anyone know what time
We
this
are
happened?
we are currently interviewing individuals. If you would like to join the prosecutor on the mission to interview people, you may do so.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Thank you for your help, sir.
And Magnezone just turns its eye to Ralph. You're not getting out of my sight.
Uh, Kyle just kind of looks at Ralph, just kind of shrugs and okay, and starts to leave the room.
You gotta solve this mystery for me, buddy. Prove my innocence. I didn't do anything, I swear.
Kyle just gives him a look of "you better not have," and leaves the room.
Okay. And with that, we will leave Ralph in his misery and head out with Kyle. Kyle, congratulations. You have been promoted to detective. Your job is very simple. Save Ralph from eternal doom.
Should be easy enough.
With that being said, you're currently outside of your room right now, which I need to keep track of. Okay, so you're currently outside of room 110 right now, 110.
Yep.
What are you planning on doing?
Where is this prosecutor? I want to find this prosecutor, and
you overhear some noise coming from the dining room, like some people talking.
Kyle's gonna head over there and see what people are saying.
So right now, the captain's family effectively have been talking with a Pokemon who looks like an owl with a bow tie, and it's the Dartrix that you see.
Ah, okay. Kyle's gonna kind of walk up to the captain and his family and just be like, sorry to interrupt, but I heard what happened. I'm sorry, it must have been awful.
The three daughters, or the two of the daughters, are kind of like still whimpering a little bit as the oldest daughter is kind of reassuring them. The Farfetch'd Bianca.
The middle one is the same age as us.
Yes, the middle one is the same age as you. Those two are kind of like they're off in their own little like group circle, and the Bianca, the Farfetch'd goes, "Oh, it's fine. Although they haven't told us who ended up doing that. I'm really disappointed that it's one of our passengers."
Yeah, no, it's a shame. Did any of you?
The Dartrix looks at you with a like a glare in your eyes, wondering how you're approaching the situation.
I mean, Kyle's just gonna fully ignore it because I'm assuming that that's the prosecutor. And Kyle's just gonna be like, yeah, no, it's a real shame. Do you know anything about who like might have done it, or did you hear anything during the night? Like, do you know when this might have happened?
And then at this point, the captain turns to you and says, "Well, it's confusing because after the meet and greet, we all went downstairs to our quarters as I continued to pilot the ship, and then this morning we woke up. My daughter was talking about how we couldn't open the door, and so tried to push the door, couldn't open it. It was almost like it was bolted from the outside or something, which doesn't make any sense."
That seems strange. Uh, how did you guys get out?
Well, we kept knocking and yeah, basically routing, making a storm until after Officer Magnazone ended up coming over and pushing that block aside.
Okay. Did anyone tell you guys about what they had? Like, have you heard from any of the passengers about any of what happened?
No, nothing really. As soon as we finished talking with the officer, Prosecutor Miles came over here and started interviewing with us.
Oh, okay. Well, is there any way I can kind of help figure out who did this thing? Because, it's really bad that this happened.
Just find out who did it and let me at him. Now, sweetie, don't do that, okay? Violence, revenge is not the answer, okay? If you could help in any way, shape, or form, that'd be great. Thank you.
Sure. If you do find out anything, please let me know.
And at this, the family kind of goes. The dad and the mom go into the three Wingles and starts talking with them as they head back down to their cabins, I suppose.
Who else is in the dining room right now?
Right now, it's just you and Miles.
Oh, fun. Um, I guess Kyle's just gonna kind of turn to him now and go, you wouldn't happen to know when this happened last night, do you?
He looks at you and kind of sneers a little bit, I guess is the best way to say it. So, after all that talk, you're the one that's going to go up against me. I must say, I thought I'd be getting someone better.
This isn't like a competition. I just want to find out who actually did it, because, I mean, I don't think Ralph did it.
Are you sure?
We
Because
have
after
the
all,
same
he's
goal
the only
here.
one that could have. No.
Well, what makes
See,
you say that?
From your perspective, your friend was someone that you can trust and believe in and isn't a bad person. However, I look at things objectively, and there's a mountain of evidence against him. You, frankly, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, should just go for the plea bargain.
Well, what evidence is there? I'm confused.
So at this, he turns to you and goes through a couple of points. Well, first of all, it has to be somebody on the boat. Not only are we far out at sea, but it's impossible to get off without the alarms being raised. On top of that, it obviously can't be the family. They're locked underground. Clearly, all the rooms were broken into by a powerful Pokemon, and I noticed that your friend is a fighting type, naturally more powerful than your normal Pokemon.
That's so racist. Just kidding.
I'm just talking facts. Now,
Not even in this
whether or not
conversation,
you whether or not you believe it is entirely irrelevant, but at the end of the day, things were stolen from nearly every person in this boat, with the exception of me, the judge, and you two.
Well, are we the only people who didn't have stuff stolen from them?
As far as we know, everybody else is talking about how they lost a specific item, and that item just happens to be in the bag. So, naturally, you, of all people, I sense that you're slightly smarter than your friend. You understand what 2 and 2 put together are.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if we have all of the pieces. I mean, with the evidence you laid out, there really are 4 suspects.
What? You think that a prosecutor would go around doing the very thing that he goes against? Or you think a judge would do that? I understand your type of capability. You'd do anything to make sure that your friend doesn't get off. Well, I'll make it perfectly clear. I don't feel like working with you. I feel like working for the truth. Goodbye. And he walks out.
Wow, okay. Well, I mean, at this, Kyle is gonna very quickly grab food if there's any food around. And then he's gonna go and like check out the rooms that were broken into to see if there's like, especially the which room was it? It was the girders room. See like kind of how the room was broken into. See if we can figure that out.
Sure. So you go up to, let's see. Yep. So you walk up to the girders room and you walk past some people, pick anybody on the list, and if you want to talk to them, you can, with the exception of the family and the prosecutor.
I mean, okay. Trying to think. Is that Zangoose around?
Roll.
Because
Actually, roll a charisma.
charisma.
That'd be cute.
That's cute. That's +1. I rolled a 4.
You rolled it. What was that?
4.
Okay. Yeah. Pick one person on that list that you can interview before you reach the room.
Let's talk to that Zangoose from last night, because that Zangoose is the only person Kyle has had any sort of interaction with.
Okay, so as you're walking up the steps, you see the Zangoose next to you, and again, he towers over you. He's a good 4'3" or so, compared to your minuscule 1'8". So, as he's towering over you, you try to start a conversation with him, and he kind of looks at you as if he's like, "I don't have time for this."
No. I'm just wondering, I'm just trying to figure out what happened. You had something stolen from you, right?
Yep.
What was stolen?
Kid, I'm retired. Used to be in the force for 30 years. Your badge is your life. But when that gets taken from you, he leaves it at that.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Sorry to hear that you were kind of forced out, but I really could use all the information I can get. I mean, the one being accused right now, he's a proud guild member, and if he's innocent, it would take everything. We need everything we can to prove he's innocent.
Roll persuasion. That's another cute.
Mm-hmm. Hey, a 14. We got somewhere.
He looks slightly puzzled at first, then kind of relents, and you see his a straight figure trying to be army sergeant kind of go more casual, and he goes, "All right, kid, what do you want to know?"
Well, I'm wondering if you know anything, because I mean, you are you're someone who's whose skill set and experience would lend itself to kind of being alert and noticing things. I'm wondering if you noticed anything about kind of what time the break-in happened, how it happened. Did whoever it was go try and rummage through and find anything else in your room? What did they steal? Is there anything else of value in your room? Really, as much as you know about what happened would be really helpful.
All right, kid, follow me. And he goes back down the stairs to which room is he in? Room 104. So make an investigation check.
That's smart. Kyle's very
That is
smart.
smart.
Ooh, Kyle's not that smart.
Oh, sorry, with advantage. I didn't mention that because he's here with you. So
nice. Okay, we went from a nat 1 to a 12.
okay. Oh, dramatic improvement. Okay.
What information can we glean between his recounting and Kyle's snooping?
So I'm going to need you to pick. You can roll for this as well if you want, but pick a number between 1 and 4 inclusive.
I'm gonna roll because I'm indecisive. 4.
Okay. You look into the room, and the room itself looks rather bland. There's not much in there. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of valuable things in there in the first place. You do notice, however, the doorknob. The doorknob looks different. It's weird. It's got as you touch the doorknob to open the door, you feel something sticky.
Oh, that's well. Can Kyle tell what it is, or does the Zangoose, who still hasn't gotten a formal introduction, know anything about what it is?
You smell it, and it smells like apples.
Eggy. Okay, making a mental note of that. Is there anything else strange, or what was stolen from the room?
He mentioned it before. His badge was stolen.
Oh, it's bad. Oh.
He's a retired officer, but his badge was stolen because it's a memento that means a lot to him, I suppose.
Oh. See, earlier when you said, like, the badge was like when it's taken from you, right? I thought like he got like forced to retire kind of thing. That's
Oh,
what
okay,
I thought.
okay.
Yeah, that's how I read that. Oops.
No, that's not it. Yeah, his badge was literally taken from him.
Literally taken in his sleep. And he doesn't know anything about when it happened.
Yeah, he's got no clue because he was with you, remember? Until night, went to his room, went to bed, woke up, world going crazy.
Yeah, it happened sometime in the night.
Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM PM DM of Not a Scratch. Thank you for listening to this episode. As always, future episodes come out on Tuesdays, so be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things that you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends. Share us with the last person you gave a friendship bracelet to, or received a friendship bracelet from. People still do that, right? Yeah, share us with that person, because that person has to be your best friend, right? That's what the bracelet's for. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can also follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast or email us as well at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas you want to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. We also have a Discord for Not a Scratch and have a bunch of people that are amazing that have already joined. We're playing a bunch of games. Among Us is a really big game right now, and we're doing things all the time for that. Join us to help build the Not a Scratch community. We want to thank GlitchX City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land, the Lo-Fi remix, Deoxys Battle remix, Mysterious Figures, and Red and Blue SS Anne remix. We also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs Solemn Vow and Wizard's Tower. Thank you again for listening. Now, there's a little bit more for this, and this is just the last time I'm going to do this because it's very important. Our first giveaway is still live, and by the time this episode comes out, you'll have about 40 to 45 hours before the giveaway ends. It ends September 30th, 2020. You'll have the opportunity to win a plushie of your two favorite characters, Ralph or Kyle, and the first place winner will actually get both. Now, there are a bunch of ways to enter, so if you've got like a notepad or something, you want to write this down. Some of you probably have already entered without even realizing it. Here's the full list. There's a tweet that announces the giveaway. If you like the tweet, that's an entry. Retweet it, comment, follow our Twitter at NotAScratchCast, and follow me at Adurin Region, that is AHDURIN Region. That's 5 entries right there. If you're in the Discord, that's another entry, and if you send us a review of the podcast, that's 3 entries. So if you do all those steps, that's 9 entries towards a prize of a plushie of Machop, Trico, or both. First place is going to get both, second place will get their choice, and third place will get the remaining one. The deadline for the giveaway, as I mentioned before, is September 30th, 2020, and I'll be posting a video showing the winners of the giveaway on my YouTube channel, Adurin Region. You can sub to that if you like. That's not going to be an entry, but, I do gameplay and stuff like that. This is our way of saying thank you to everyone that has supported us over the past few months, and it's been a wild ride. Now, the video itself is probably going to come out a couple days after September 30th, so if I had to put a random day, say like October 5th or something like that, just because I want to reach out to the people that won before I officially announce them to make sure that they actually are eligible to get it, and if I'm able to send it to them, things like that. So expect that in a couple days afterwards, but soon after the end of the giveaway, I'll contact you. Long story. Anyway, before we head back to the story, I've got 2 other podcasts that I try to keep up with, hopefully. The first is Adurin Region Sports, where Pokemon play real sports. This is a podcast that I'm hosting. I'm the sole owner of this, I guess you could say. Right now, we're at the first ever Olympic Games, and we've had some exciting events. My second podcast is called Adurin Talk Sports, where I talk about real-world sports. Currently, I'm focused on the 2020-2021 NFL season, because I'm a huge NFL fan. You can find them in most areas that you listen to podcasts. We're also back on the promo side of things, and if you've got a podcast you want to promote, contact us in the places mentioned previously, the Twitter, Discord, all that sort of stuff. Our promo today is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to, especially since I'm binging the show to catch up. It's Pokemon Rollout.
The Chandi region, once two separate kingdoms, now the two nations are one, a peaceful region with 8 gym leaders, the Elite Four, and a champion ruling over them. The Chan and the D have merged together, and the only remnants of their enmity are scattered and fading. For now. Join us every first and third Monday on Pokemon Rollout, a real play Pokemon Tabletop United RPG podcast. Come along on the journey with our 3 protagonists. Charlie Pine, played by Paul.
Hey, why can't I catch this plot-relevant Pokemon?
Charlie, stop breaking the fourth wall.
Professor Rudimentus Sneeze, played by Michael.
I bring a lot to the table, so to speak. It's a journey, not a table.
Liliana Shadowgarden, played by Lydia.
Alright, let's go, gang.
Where's my wallet?
Okay, seriously, let's get out of this promo.
And me, Nick the GM. It's a Pokemon journey filled with gym battles, evil teams, powerful legendaries, and more. Pokemon Rollout can be found on tapestryradio.org, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we hope to catch you there soon.
As we stop here, I'm going to bounce over to Ralph, who is... What are you doing right now, Ralph, as you're...
I'm in my room, pacing back and forth, and I'm trying to talk to the Magnezone. I'm like, okay, so let me get this. Can I walk around the boat or not? I don't think we answered this question yet.
You can walk around the boat, but I will be with you.
Okay. Let me go talk to that Sandslash that I was talking to before it.
Make a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Bing, bing, 17 or 16. So we'll go to 17.
Okay. Right now, you woke up, right? Did you change and everything? Did you put all of your stuff on and all that momentum?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. Your power band is not there. Your baseball cap is not there.
What? Wait, so has that been stolen from me?
It is not in your room.
I look at the Magnezone and I'm like, well, now hold on a minute. Some of my things might have been stolen too.
He looks at you blankly like, huh?
I had a baseball cap and a power band that I would never, ever, ever let go of, and I can't seem to find them, so I'm one of the victims here.
Perhaps you may have a point. Alright, here's what we'll do. You and I will go investigate, although if I see you fiddling with the evidence, I will throw you under the brig.
I will do, like, overboard?
I will throw you below the board.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I will do no such thing, because I'm not a criminal. I'm a guild member. I work... Oh, my God. Okay. Anyway. Alright. Let me go talk to the Alolan Sandslash. Wait, no, hold on. You said all the rooms except for the 300 rooms were robbed?
The 300 rooms were not robbed, and there were a few other ones that were not touched.
Okay, so those people should be prime suspects, right? Because if they weren't robbed, then that means they did the robbing.
The 300 rooms are the judge and the prosecutor.
Okay, and then the other rooms that were not robbed?
The people in the basement that were unable to get out.
So, I'm just saying, maybe the judge or the prosecutor committed the crime.
He looks at you blankly like, bro, this man wildin'.
Is it that outlandish? It's possible. I mean, anyone can commit a crime. Hey, listen, I'm a guild member, and if you think I can commit a crime, then so can a judge or a prosecutor. I'm just saying.
Fine, let us go explore a bit. And Magnezone opens the door. You, however, currently have handcuffs on.
Oh, fun.
So, would you like to go exploring?
It's going to be so humiliating for me to walk up to people in handcuffs and interrogate them. Okay, I'm going to go to the judge's room.
Alright, you go up to the third deck. This is the one with the fancy-smancy stuff. And up here is also the study and the billiards room, or pool room, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
While you are up here, while you're walking up, make an investigation check.
Oh, smart.
With advantage.
1? Okay. 17 minus 1 is 16, or 14 minus 1 is 13, so we'll go with 16.
Alright, two numbers between 1 and 4.
2 and 3.
Alright, so as you're walking up the stairs, you see a piece of paper on the floor.
Okay. What's the paper say?
Sure. So, you pick up the paper. You're currently on the second floor as you're walking up to the third one. You pick up the paper, and the paper is a hand-drawn map of where each passenger is.
Hey Magnazone. What's your name, by the way? I don't want to call you by your species.
It's Officer North.
Okay, Officer North. I just found this hand-drawn map of where everyone on the ship is located. So clearly, this is something that the robber or thief used, and it's not me, because I just found this.
Interesting. I suppose you should give that to your lawyer if you believe that it is useful for you. I have noted it down and put it in the evidence section of the police catalog, as he takes a picture of the paper, hands that to you, and then keeps the actual paper.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, let's keep going.
Cool. So as you go up the steps, you get to the judge's room, which is like half the third floor, basically. Or a quarter of the third floor. A quarter of the third floor is the judge's place. You notice that this room, the door at the very least, looks very clean and very, very sturdy.
Uh-huh. Suspiciously clean. I knock on the door with both fists, I guess.
Alright, you knock on the door, and opening it out is a trevenant, which is like a large tree ghost thing. If you want to look it up.
Look up Trevenant. Trevenant. Oh, wow. That's the judge?
That's the judge.
That is a scary looking Pokemon. In any
That
case.
"oh wow" from you was very judgmental.
No, I was just like, oh my god, it's scary. Well, I'm going to look
You
up.
did not beat the pun. That's fine.
Oh. Anyway,
It's also quite literally double your height, by the way.
So I'm going to look up at this guy and be like, so, I take it you're the judge.
Oh, hello. How are you? Who are you?
That's none of your concern. I'll be the one asking questions today. Why was your room one of the only 2 rooms that wasn't robbed last night? Ignore the fact that I'm in handcuffs.
Oh, you're the one that I'm so sorry to hear about your situation. I wouldn't know, but come in, sit down. I have some biscuits if you'd like some.
Oh, I won't be taking any of your pity food. Or food that you might have stolen.
Officer North goes up and be like, yeah, I'll take a biscuit, thanks.
Okay. I'll come inside, though.
Alright, as Trevenant kind of sits down, pours a cup of, I don't know, morning coffee or something, and starts drinking.
So, it seems that you're in this situation. Please ask away. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
So, where were you last night, tree boy?
Wow, you call my guy racist.
The lack of respect from Ralph.
He's mad right now.
Really, I couldn't tell.
Let me see.
Well, let's see. After the meet and greet, I went over to the conservatory with a couple of other people, including Miles, the prosecutor, and then after that I went straight to bed, old bones like me.
A likely story. So, what is this, and I pull up my copy of the map, hand-drawn map doing on the way up to your floor? Of the locations of everyone's room in the ship, perfect for you or the prosecutor, maybe, to rob.
He looks at it for a bit.
That's rather interesting. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems rather interesting to say the least. It's, cool.
You seem like this isn't a big deal.
I mean, no, it's good. I just, well, I have a secretary that writes everything down for me because I'm a tree.
Is the secretary on board tonight?
No, I'm afraid
Tonight,
she's not.
it's like
She's
10 in the morning.
What, today?
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
also.
No, I'm afraid she's at Briny Breeze Island. Actually, I'm traveling over there for a case, which is interesting because I have to judge this one as well.
Okay. Well, what would happen if the person judging the case might be the person who actually committed the crime and is using their status as judge to rule themselves out of anybody who could have done it?
Well, and I mean, I'll look at this objectively, if that was the case, that would be pretty bad. However, I'll be perfectly fine. There's no reason. I mean, no, first of all, you can feel free to judge or believe anything that you wish. However, there's more than enough evidence to suggest that I'd be in this room between 10 o'clock and 11, and the rest of the night, to tell you the truth, because I can't really go much longer than 10 o'clock.
Are there ever any cameras on these ships?
Officer, are there any cameras on this ship?
There are cameras on the ship. Those are currently being analyzed.
Well, so you made an arrest without even getting any evidence if it was... Can we check the
There is
the
more
camera
than enough
footage?
evidence to suggest that it was you.
But what if the camera evidence says otherwise? And it should say otherwise. I just went to bed last night.
Absolutely, officer. How could you arrest this poor kid at a time like this? You
Thank
first need
you.
more than enough evidence.
Finally, someone reasonable.
I'm just doing what I can.
And the officer goes, currently analyzing, processing.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Weren't you the judge that signed the warrants to arrest me?
Oh, whoops. I'm sorry, it was the morning. I wasn't really sure. He just kind of came in and said, we have evidence. And so I filled it out.
You don't have enough evidence. You're a pretty sucky judge. It ruined my morning. I'm in handcuffs because of you.
Excuse me. I am Judge Kane. I have been working here as a judge for 30 years. And outside of my plants, I pride myself on being a superior judge, judging by the law and objectively looking at facts.
Yeah, well, now I'm in handcuffs because of you, and they didn't even check the video evidence yet. So let's do that.
Well, to be fair, he is checking the video evidence.
Processing.
Video analysis takes a long time, my guy.
How long is this gonna take?
Processing.
Kane, how long does it take to process this video?
Well, I'm not sure. It depends on how much video he's looking at.
Processing.
Is it like a loading bar or anything?
Basically, picture he's effectively going through each frame right now because he's a Magnezone and he can do that. Problem is, it's going to take a long time to the point where it looks like the loading bar is going backwards at this point. But
oh no. Okay.
My dear friend, how about this? Sir, officer, you can take him out of handcuffs. I don't think he'd be causing any more trouble if he did the trouble in the first place.
When was Ralph put in handcuffs? When did this happen?
I was arrested.
about like an hour ago. I don't know.
But this is a house arrest. So much of this isn't lining up.
This is my world, my rule. He's in handcuffs.
This legal system is flawed on so many fronts, and this is coming from an American.
I will point out, if you guys, audience probably, I don't know how much you guys know this, if you guys recognize the name Miles and Judge and names like that from a certain other video game series, that's where a lot of this inspiration is coming from. Anyway, so with that, he uncuffs your handcuffs. You are now free to roam around, although he's still keeping an eye on you. And with that, we will end this episode, part 1 of however many episodes of investigation we have.
Oh boy.
Wow, and here I really thought this was going to be a 3-episode story, but nah, this is going to be like a whole arc that's just on this boat.
Oh man.
Nah, this is gonna be a while. It's a big thing. Ralph may or may not be a criminal.
I'm not.
Ralph is a criminal.
No.
Ralph is guilty until proven innocent.
No, I'm innocent.
Listen, man,
Well-
all I'm gonna say is you failed the one perception check while you were asleep, so anything could have happened.
Oh, that sucks.
Does not perceive his own sleepwalking.
Oh no.
That would be hilarious
Anyway.
if that's actually how that went down.
That would be funny, and I can neither confirm nor deny anything. With that said, I have been your DM, your GM, your PM, Anirudh himself.
I've been Mansour playing Ralph, who might soon leave handcuffs.
And I've been Muhammad playing Kyle, who apparently now has passed the bar at some point and is a lawyer.
And until next time, keep your lawyers in duck harvest. Sports have always been a competition, proof that you are better than they are. Whether it's the legendary moments,
Pitches it back to Litwick. He throws it across the field to Ursa.
He's got something.
30.
He's got
40,
something.
50.
He's got it.
40,
He's
30,
got it.
20. 10.
He's got it.
5. End zone. Touchdown. Sirens. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle. Fortry has pulled a miracle.
or being clutch when the time comes.
So the first foul, should Melee go for the 3 right away?
Just attack the basket.
Talonflame catches, puts up a 3, won't go. Rebound Oshawott, back out to Archon, his 3-pointer, bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. First do not have a timeout.
It could be putting your nation on your back,
Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
or just proving that you're simply the best.
This is gonna be a tough play. Durant, the clubs, win the baseball championship.
Competition like no other. This is Pokemon Sports, only on the Aduran Region Network. What level are you?